Hi everyone, let's go over some radical equation questions. So we were working on this activity on the who done it. I'm just going to go over these questions. So the clue one question was radical x is equal to 9. To get rid of the radical, we square on both sides and we end up having x is equal to 81. And for that one, for 81, the clue was a cougar attack. So I'm going to go ahead cancel that out from one of the methods. Okay. Then we have our clue number 2, which is -4 is equal to a radical z. Same idea. We're going to square on both sides. And we end up having that z is equals to -4 times -4 gives us a positive 16. And for that one, we had Miss Beta. And I'm going to go ahead, cancel out that option. Okay, let's take a look at our clue number 3. Clue number 3, we have a radical v minus 6 is equal to 8. Going to square on both sides to remove our radical first. And for these ones, I was able to square right away because the radical was already by itself. If the radical was not by itself, we would have had to do a little bit of work before we could cancel things out. Then we have v is equal to 64 plus 70 is 64 plus 6 is equal to 70. And for that one, we had a clue was Mr. Epsilon. And he was lifting weights at the gym, so we can cancel out Mr. Epsilon. Do we have gym? Yeah, we have gym. Let me see if I could cancel out one more thing. Oh, we could have canceled out pool from the earlier problem for 81. Okay, let's take a look at clue number 4. Clue number 4, we have a radical y over 2 is equal to 5. Then we square on both sides. We end up having y over 2 is equal to 25. And now we have to remove the denominator of 2. So for that, we multiply by 2 over 1, multiply by 2 over 1. And we do that because we want the reciprocal to be able to cancel out our denominator. Then we are left over with y is equal to 25 times 2 is 50. And for that one, the clue was in the multiple choices, Dr. Alpha, eating popcorn in the movie theater. So we can cancel out Dr. Alpha and the movie theater. Okay, let's take a look at our clue number 5. Clue number 5, we have 12 is equal to 6 radical a minus 5. So for that one, we would divide by the 6 on both sides first, which leaves us with 12 divided by 6 is 2 is equal to radical a minus 5. Okay, so for this one first, we had to get the radical by itself. Then we square on both sides. We have 2 squared is 4 is equal to a minus 5. And then we plus 5 on both sides. We get a is equal to 9. And for 9, we have Mrs. Gamma. She's doing a teleconference in the library. So we can cancel out Mrs. Gamma, and then we can cancel out library. Okay, let's take a look at clue number 6. For clue number 6, we have radical p plus 7 minus 9 is equal to -2. Okay, we have to get the radical by itself first, so we do plus 9 on both sides. We have radical p plus 7 is equal to 7, and then we square on both sides. We have p plus 7 is equal to 49. And then we minus 7 on both sides. We end up having p is equal to 49 minus 7 is 42. And then we have what? That one is the injury by chemical poisoning. So we can go ahead cancel out that one. Chemical poisoning is this one right here. All right, so let's take a look at our clue number 7. Clue number 7 we have is 8 radical 2k minus 1 plus 3 is equal to 11. So this one we have to get rid of a couple of things from the radical around us. So I do minus 3 first, and then we are left over with 8 radical 2k minus 1 is equal to 11 minus 3 is 8. Then we divide by 8 on both sides. Then we have radical 2k minus 1 is equals to 8 divided by 8 is 1. And then we have to square on both sides. We're left over with 2k minus 1 is equal to 1. We add 1 on both sides. And we are left over with 2k is equal to 2. So we have to do a little bit of more work here. 2k equals to 2, so we divide by 2 on both sides. We have k is equal to 1. And for a 1, it says the victim was crushed by a fallen object. So let's see, we can cancel out fallen object. Let's take a look at number 8. Clue number 8. Clue number 8, we have a fraction situation again. Negative 6 is equal to radical 8x minus 4 over 2 minus 9. So let's see, we have to add the 9 first. We have 3 is equal to radical 8x minus 4 over 2. So we multiply by 2 on both sides. Multiply by 2 on both sides. Then we have 2 times 3 is 6 is equals to radical 8x minus 4. Then we square on both. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, that was fine. We multiplied by 2 earlier. Okay, I'm going to write that as like 2 over 1, and so it doesn't look like a exponent of 2. Now we are squaring on both sides, which equals to 836 is equal to 8x minus 4. Add 4 on both sides. I'm going to write it here. We have 40 is equal to 8x. Then we divide by 8 on both sides, divide by 8 on both sides. Then we are left over with x is equal to 5. And for that one, it was Professor Delta was dicing a produce in the kitchen. Okay, so looks like we are left over with like Coach Omega maybe in the atrium. So between we have to figure out the method now. So we are in number 9 and number 10. Clue number 9. We have radical on both sides. We have radical 72 minus m is equals to radical m over 5. We square on both sides, and then we are left over with 72 minus m is equals to m over 5. Then we multiply by 5 over 1 to get rid of the denominator of 5. So we are left over with 72 times 5, which is 360, is equals to, 360 minus 5m is equals to m. Add 5m on both sides. 360 is equals to 6m. Then we divide by 6 on both sides, divide by 6 on both sides. 360 divided by 6 gives us m is equal to 60. M equals to 60 gives us victim was not electrocuted, so we can take out electrocution. And then let's see, we're left over with clue number 10, which is, let's see, we have a binomial situation on both sides. Radical 2n plus 39 is equal to radical negative 17 minus 2n. We square on both sides. We are left over with 2n plus 39 is equals to negative 17 minus 2n. So I add 2n on both sides, which leaves me with 4n plus 39 is equal to negative 17. Then I subtract 39 on both sides, which leaves me with 4n is equals to negative 17 minus 39, which is negative 56. Divide by 4 on both sides. Then we are left over with n is equal to negative 14. And for that one, it was Ms. Beta was photographing plants by the pool. By the pool. So I have not crossed out everything. So we have to figure out which one it is between the step 2 and the venomous bite. Maybe there was another option. Let me double check all my answers. So number 1, it was 81. It's correct. Number 2, I need to double check with the answer key. So let me highlight this one. And then number 3, we had 70, 50. Number 5 was 9. Number 6 was 42. Number 7 was 1. Number 8 was 5. Number 9 was 60. And number 10 was negative 14. So let me go back and double check for clue number 2. Clue number 2 is where I'm having an issue, but we can cancel out. Okay, so for clue number 2, if I go back and double check my answer, we have negative 4 is equal to radical, we have 16. So when we take a square root of 16, the answer is equals to actually 4. I know we're used to saying like plus or minus, but when it comes to doing the check, you will be always taking the positive answer. So this is not an equal situation. So that means there is no solution. So we can cancel out the venomous bite. That was one of the things. So that means we have solved our mystery for the whodunit. It was with the step toe. Here we go. I have some Regents review practice. We should do them. So I'm going to do one at a time, and then we'll go from there. So we have y is equal to 2 plus radical y squared minus 12. So for this one, we need to get the radical by itself. So I'm going to start by subtracting 2 on both sides, which leads me to having y minus 2 is equals to radical y squared minus 12. Then we square on both sides, which leads me to having y minus 2 squared. And for that one, we can't just leave it the way it is. We need to make sure we expand it as much as we can because it's a FOIL situation, not just like y squared plus 4. Which leads me to having y squared minus 4y plus 4 is equals to y squared minus 12. Then let me come up on this side. We're going to subtract the y squared on both sides, which leads me to having negative 4y plus 4 is equal to negative 12. Minus 4 on both sides, we have negative 4y is equals to negative 16. Divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. Y is equal to positive 4. But we should always check. 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 4 is 2. 16 minus 12 is 4. No, 16 minus 12 is 4. Okay, so it works out. It's a true statement. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one, we subtract 4 first. We're left over with negative radical 2x minus 5 is equals to negative 3. Have to divide by negative 1 on both sides. We have radical 2x minus 5 is equal to 3. We square on both sides, which leaves me with 2x minus 5 is equal to 9. Then I add 5 on both sides, which leads me with, let's see, 2x, 9 plus 5 is 14. Divide by 2 on both sides. Then we have x is equal to 7. So if I were to do a check for this one, I will substitute 7. So I have 4 minus radical 2 times 7 minus 5 is equal to 1. So 14 minus 5, I think it's 9. Yeah, so radical 9 is 3. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. It's equal to 1. So 7 is good. Okay, last one. We have to get the radical by itself. So we subtract 11x on both sides. Radical x squared plus x minus 1 is equals to 7 minus 11. Gives us a negative 4x plus 3. And then we square on both sides, which leaves us with x squared plus x minus 1 is equals to, we have to do a FOIL, negative 4x plus 3, negative 4x plus 3. Okay, this one we need to do a little bit of work. Negative 4 times negative 4 gives us a positive 16x squared. Then we have a negative 12 x, and then we have another negative 12x, and then we have a 9. So we have x squared plus x minus 1. So our goal always is to make sure our a value is 1. So I'm actually going to, well, let me combine the like terms first. 16x squared minus 24x plus 9. So I'm going to subtract x squared, subtract x plus 1. Subtract x squared, subtract x plus 1. Okay. We get 0 is equals to 15x squared minus 25x plus 10. Okay, so this one, we could pull out a GCF, which leads to 5 parentheses, 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we have to factor it. We need to look for 2 number that multiplies to 3 times 2 is 6 and adds up to a negative 5, which is negative 3 times negative 2. So we have 3x squared minus 3x minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then we have 5. And then we have, let's see, 3x parentheses x minus 1 minus 2 x minus 1, which is equal to 0. Then we have 5 parentheses 3x minus 2, and then we have x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have 5 is equal to 0. We don't need that, we omit it. Then we have a 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, which gives us x is equal to 2 over 3. And then we have x is equal to positive 1. Definitely go back and check the answers just to find out if you have an extraneous root or not, okay? All right, that's all I have today. Make sure you jot down all the notes, and if you have any questions, you could bring it to class.